What's the status on the Blue Ribbon Commission on America's Nuclear Future? Does it look like we're going to get any positive results?
The Obama administration did a good thing by canceling what would have been a catastrophically bad site in Nevada for the nation's high-level nuclear waste at a site called Yucca Mountain. In the wake of that cancellation, they also put together a commission of 16 people, and with some real savvy, they named it the Blue Ribbon Commission on America's Nuclear Future because it meant there would be no conflict of interest for it to be entirely composed of nuclear industry people or nuclear industry affiliated people or nuclear academics. And that's what it is. 16 people who totally support the future of nuclear energy in the United States, making broad brush recommendations on what to do with this terrible waste that's melting. And we still don't actually know whether the waste in fuel pool number 4 burned or not. First we heard it did, now we hear it didn't. But in any case, the fuel pools at Fukushima have been a real source of a lot of the radioactive release. So it's clear that we need radioactive waste policy in the United States. So far, the draft recommendations have nothing new in them. They basically say that there should be some place that the waste is moved to as soon as possible for temporary storage. This is a fallacious idea. It is full of holes, and the first hole is that you're going to put all the waste in one place. Can't do that unless and until they shut down every nuclear power plant. If they shut down every nuclear power plant, okay, then you can talk about moving the waste to one place. As they operate reactors, new waste is generated, and new waste being generated puts waste at every single site that it is now, and then you add one more, which is the temporary storage site. It compounds the transportation of the material, and it places an inordinate burden on 2 senators and 1 member of Congress to move forward the discussion of how to continue funding and how to continue having a permanent program. Because as long as the waste is in 30 states at 70 sites, you have a lot of participants in that discussion. You put it in one congressional district, and it suddenly becomes somebody else's problem. So we do not support any centralization of this waste at all unless and until there is a permanent program that's scientifically based that will isolate this waste from the environment for as long as it's hazardous. In the meantime, temporary storage is happening at the reactor sites. It can be done better. More of the fuel pools should be emptied. More of the waste should be put into dry containers that are enormous steel cans with a concrete overjacket. Those should not be lined up as they currently are like bowling pins. They should be spread out a bit, and earth berms between these, not to bury them, but to go between these containers and any line of sight, whether it be a highway or a shoreline or anywhere else that someone in a vehicle could come by with appropriately destructive equipment and potentially attack that waste. So we want greater security, we want hardening, we want real-time monitoring of heat and radioactivity, and finally we want participation. We want the local community to be included in knowing what is the status of this stuff, and webcams, that kind of stuff on the waste where it is now. Do it well where it is now, keep it there until there's a permanent place. And the reason it won't work forever is so many of these reactors are on the coastlines. The tides are rising. There's no way that we're going to be able to keep this waste there forever. We're going to have to move it, but we shouldn't move it multiple times. So the Blue Ribbon Commission's recommendations that we move it now are just as stupid as it's ever been, and they've said it over and over again. There are close to 38 different sites where temporary interim storage has been proposed, and in every single case it's been stopped by the local community that said finally and irrevocably no. And I believe that communities will continue saying no, except for the fact that in South Carolina they have actually raised their hand and said we'll volunteer, but they're not actually offering to keep the waste. They're just offering to chop it up, dissolve it in acid, and take the plutonium out. And they're calling that recycling. Once the plutonium is out, it can be used for nuclear weapons. I honestly think that the real agenda is not fuel for reactors. I don't think it actually is about the climate crisis. I actually think that they want to weaponize near space, and they need that much more plutonium to do it. But they're not going to say that, and that's my conjecture based on 20 years of observing these people. They're addicted. Plutonium is not an element, it is an addiction, and that's what they're after. So if they move it to South Carolina, that's what they're gonna do. 99% of it will be left over. South Carolina has said they don't wanna keep it, and that means that everybody else is looking at the potential of taking those leftovers,
Like
including
Sandy Mush.
Western North Carolina.
Yeah.